As you step in, make sure to hit the like button. I really would appreciate that. This should not be too long a live stream, but I just wanted to lighten the mood a little bit because the last few live streams, we know what's happened in Minneapolis. It's been pretty. Listen, this country has been through a lot, so I wanted to make it a little lighter today and talk about some stupid A celebrities. And as you see, the topic is called Three's Company. And I know you have to be a certain age, but if you're not, you remember Three's Company with Jack Tripper, a.k.a. John Ritter, God rest his soul. Of course, Suzanne Summers, God rest her soul as well. And Janet, of course, Joyce DeWitt, who was the last remaining survivor from the original cast. And listen, I love the beginning of that song. So you know what? I might as well sing it and get it out of the way. Come and knock on our door. Fun is waiting for you. Where the pleasure is hers and his. Three's Company too. I know that was terrible. But in spite of that, please hit the like button on the way in. Make sure. So the algorithm is affected. Now, this one comes from Complex. And the topic is, of course, hey, Feronia, how are you? Oh, it is late. Okay. Was there a 6-hour difference, I believe? Not really sure, but I definitely appreciate you coming through. And this is, again, according to Complex magazine. Claressa Shields shuts down Papoose and Remy Ma Christmas rumors and says that you are misinformed, even though we've seen pictures that show Remy Ma and Papoose did spend the holidays together, allegedly. But according to Claressa Shields, that was not the case. Let me go over the events that led to this, because it seems like people forget how this all started. And this all started really with Remy Ma allegedly messing with the help, aka Easy, the block captain. But of course, no one wants to bring that up. Now it's about, Papoose and Claressa Shields. And whether you want to think Papoose is right or wrong or indifferent, let's make one thing perfectly clear. In fact, let's make two things perfectly clear. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is. And I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Wow, that is pretty late over there. And thank you once again for joining me. Now, Remy Ma had an affair with, as I like to call him, the help, meaning he was like a C- rapper. Listen, Papoose is a very good rapper. Now his career has not gone as a lot of people thought it would go, but everybody knows that he is a very solid rapper, no question about it. He definitely has bars. And if you don't know what that means, well, then you shouldn't be here. Or just take a refresher course. I'm just saying. But Papoose is very well respected in the hip hop community. He's not quite at Fat Joe's level. He's not quite at. And if you want to make the case that Remy Ma is the bigger star out of the two, that's fair. It's more than fair. But Remy Ma also has this terror squad behind her. Hey, Michelle's daughter. Good to see you. Good to see you as always. Yeah, I'm lightening up the mood tonight. Talking about Three's Company, Claressa Shields, of course, Papoose and Remy Ma. You see the topic. But again, I wanted to straighten everything out because it actually started out with Remy doing dirt way before Papoose even thought of doing any dirt, because as you know, Papoose was really dedicated to Remy, making several visits. In fact, you could tell, at least I could, there were some chinks in the armor, so to speak, when Remy was like be easy with all the visits. I'm like, hold it. He made sure your commissary was taken care of. You had money on the books, all that other wonderful stuff. And now you're telling him to fall back? Ma, are you okay? Or are you getting taken care of behind prison walls, allegedly? I'm just saying. Because they're... Oh, you know what? You brought out a very good point there, Michelle's daughter, and thank you once again. Do you remember years ago when Papoose got that $1 million record deal? Yes, they were very excited. Was that under K Slay? I think it was, and I think they had a big falling out, if I'm not mistaken. The late DJ K Slay, who used to be on Hot 97, God rest his soul. In fact, he was known as the street sweeper. Yeah, I know my hip hop still a little bit, at least the old school version. What passes as hip hop today, not so much, but I digress. And in fact, I'm going to do an upload on that, like what happened to hip hop, because man, it is, baby. Yeah, I remember it too. And that was the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. It was either late 90s, early 2000s. And that was like the sort of the last gasp of hip hop, really, for me. That's when Dipset was still somewhat strong. If you don't know who Dipset is, you could make a case they're the ones who ruined Rockefeller Records, but I digress. They were headed by Cameron, of course. Joel Santana, Jim Jones, Freaky Zeke. It was early 2000s, just as I figured. It was after the Towers, though. I believe it was after the Towers. But yeah, I remember that. In fact, I think DJ Clue was out during that time. Fabulous. But yeah, it really started with Remy Ma messing the marriage up. She's the one who desecrated the marriage first. It was definitely after Towers, which means it would be 02 or 03. I want to say around that time. Yeah, but Papoose was definitely hitting them with the street CDs, or as we used to call them, mixtapes, even though they were all CDs by that time. In fact, G Unit was huge in the mixtape market. DJ Webstar. If you know, you know, ladies and gentlemen. If you're from New York City, you definitely know. And me and Michelle's daughter, we definitely rep the rotten apple, so to speak. Yeah, it was 02 and 03. I know it was after the Towers. No question about it. Now, let me try. You know I'm easily sidetracked. Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all come in, make sure to hit that like button. Okay, let me start again. Claressa Shields has corrected a misled social media user about whether her boyfriend, Papoose, spent any time with his estranged wife, Remy Ma, over the holidays. I didn't know that they've been separated since 2024. So there you go. They're separated. I know Remy said something about she wants him to sign the papers, but he won't sign them, so to speak. And they have been sort of back and forth. Now you can make the case he's playing both of them, but Remy can't say anything. Remy needs to take several seats. Because again, she started this first, messing with Easy the Block Captain, who Papoose ended up boat racing, so to speak. In the immortal words of Chris Tucker on Friday, oh, Remy did draw the divorce papers. Okay. Thank you, Pedal 74. I appreciate that. Days after Christmas, the Olympian, excuse me, that's right, Claressa Shields did win a gold medal, hopped on to X to gloat about her, quote, body-giving tea and never have taken a Ozempic. The post randomly prompted someone to ask Shields about a rumor that Pap spent Christmas with Remy, whom he's still legally married to, and their 7-year-old daughter reminisce. Yeah, that is important. Remy is from Castle Hill, which is 10 minutes from where I'm from, but I still don't agree with her cheating. If she did, she actually, I mean, that's pretty much common knowledge, allegedly. And that's why Papoose knocked the F out of Easy to Block Captain. But I digress. Will Pap be with Remy on Valentine's? I guess we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, rumors have said that he and Claressa have broken up. But I tell you what, Claressa doesn't act like they have. In fact, she's almost giving Misery vibes, where she's like got Papoose upstairs or downstairs, and I mean, this is crazy. Yeah, I know. I'm still saying if. It's all right. It's all right. Look, nothing wrong with holding out hope. The professional boxer replied that Pap spent Christmas with his mother and family, although she didn't specify whether she was present for the occasion. Not his ex-wife. You're misinformed for sure. But the person clearly wanted to bash Claressa Shields. And she is looking bad. I have to say that. Really? That's just sad. Do better. Love those trolls. Keep me on my toes. Replying that Remy isn't yet Papoose's ex-wife, you are misinformed for sure, they continued. Yeah, a lot of people have gone after. Yeah. Pap was with her during press conference and they are still dating. Oh, okay. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Claressa Shields is signed to Papoose's label, if I'm not mistaken. And she is looking bad. She's looking, as I like to say, dickmatized, allegedly. Because every 3 words is Papoose, Papoose, Papoose. I mean, I don't know if Claressa Shields is used to being with a man, allegedly. Just saying, I mean, and that's obviously none of my business, but listen, she's sort of putting it out there. And I tell you what, if she was supposed to be the other woman, she's not playing her position very well. I'm just saying. Because she's just every 5 minutes. Look, Claressa is too young for him. I know she's 30, but he is almost 50. You're absolutely right. In fact, you know what? Let me look at what is Papoose's age, for crying out loud. Let me look that up. Sometimes Google is your friend. And we'll see here. Yeah. What's Claressa Shields? I mean, what's Papoose's age? Papoose is 47 years old. So there's a 17-year age difference between Papoose and Claressa Shields. Yeah, he's 47. 47 years old. Yeah, that's quite an age difference. He's literally old enough to be her father. So maybe it shouldn't have been Three's Company. Maybe it should have been The Facts of Life. Maybe that's what Papoose is doing. You know, and Claressa looks a little rough around the edges. I mean, she's decent looking, but she's definitely very tomboyish. And she looks like she was in the life before, allegedly. I digress. Because she's really, I don't know if Papoose and listen, I have to be fair. Now, I've done I was actually in the reverse. I just see the whole situation ended up in a disaster. So when he was about 18, so when she was 1, he was about 18. Yeah, listen, that works two ways for Odia. Now you can say that Papoose is the dirty old man in this relationship, and that's fair. But let me play devil's advocate and say, you know what? There's a lot of young ladies with daddy issues, allegedly. And they look for, and I tell you what, they look for older men. And these young girls are aggressive, allegedly. And you got to put them at arm's length. I just know you have to be in your 40s to ride this ride, but I digress. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And that is quite an age gap, by the way. That is incredible. Now I have to go back. Goodness gracious. Just one moment. Make sure to hit the like button. I'll be right back. Thank you, Michelle's daughter. And once again, make sure to hit the like button on the way in. And I am back. Papoose posted candles of himself with his family on Christmas. But 2 Instagram posts from the holidays showed that the rapper and Remy Ma visited New York clothing store Daniel's Leather. I mean, of course, it's their decision. My personal opinion is just that it's not my cup of tea. I get it. Listen, they used to say that old men give young girls worms. That was the that's what the older people used to say back in the day. Now, I was always the other way around when I was younger. You know what? I'm not even gonna. Oh, let's keep going. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot here. Owner Nadeem Waheed would claim that the two weren't in the shop at the same time, although he suspiciously deleted the post that included Papoose. In fact, I'm looking at a picture with him and the family. Yeah, and there's a picture with him and Remy, and him and Papoose both by themselves. And he did say it was not the same day. As for Shields, the boxer went on a shopping spree for the holidays, but most recently posted Papoose enjoying the dinner that she had cooked. Now, that's a little odd. You mean he's not even going out with her? So he doesn't even want to be seen with her now. I'm just saying. Because let's face it, every time you see her in the videos, she's got Papoose name in her mouth 95% of the time. Last month, the couple visited the Breakfast Club where Papoose addressed rumors that he cheated on his estranged wife before Shields interjected to confirm that their divorce was still underway. Last May, Remy claimed that Papoose was causing a holdup in their divorce proceedings and offered to pay for the dissolution of their marriage to be completed. And if you go on Instagram, you'll see where Claressa Shields did fix dinner for Papoose. That does not look appetizing. I'm just saying. I tell you what, if I had win in a cooking contest against her, I'd probably win, but I digress. Now, we all know that Claressa Shields calls herself the GWOAT, greatest woman boxer of all time. I think Layla Ali would beg to differ. You can make a case that Ann Wolfe would beg to differ, but I digress. I mean, she has definitely been the dominant boxer in the female division, all female divisions in her time, and you can't take that away from her. Now, this one is from December 6th. And this is where she said, and this is also from Complex Magazine. And it says Claressa Shields has shared more insight into her decision to get her partner's name tatted on her. Wow, that's Ma, how are you not even married? You did can you wait till the divorce? Oh my gosh. Now, on the December 5th episode of Justin LeBoy's podcast, Respectfully, nearly 2 years after she and Papoose went public with their relationship, the boxer gave more context to the ink dedication. I always said I wanted to get my husband's name tatted on me, Shields told LeBoy around the 55-minute mark of the episode. I always said that. So me and Pap are not married yet, but we will be. And now Papoose has been married to Remy since 2016. Man, I haven't realized it's been that long. I do remember them, of course, in Love and Hip Hop New York. In fact, that's where they really got famous, but I digress. The boxer explained that she got the tattoo when their relationship was still private and didn't want to have his name in an area that would be visible to the public. Gather that at your own risk. She got the tattoo done while visiting her hometown of Flint, Michigan, and surprised Pap with the reveal over FaceTime. I had lied to him. I told him I had a meeting and I didn't. The meeting was my tattoo, she shared. So I called him like, hey, I'm done with my meeting. And we were just talking, whatever. And he like, yeah, I just left the gym. And then I was just like, look, man, this woman can't speak for shit. And he was like, what? He couldn't believe it. That doesn't sound like he was pleased with that. I'm just saying. Now, in October, Shields displayed the tattoo while on Instagram Live and joked that she intends to get Papoose's name inked on her bottom next. That's a little too much information there, Miss Shields. Just saying. Papoose takes his relationship with Shields very seriously, so much that in October he punched a comedian for intentionally mistaking his partner for Serena Williams. They do not look alike. I'm just saying. Especially now that Serena got light, allegedly. Video from the incident showed TikTok comedian Gerald Houston in the aftermath on the punch, joking, you play silly games, you win silly prizes. Shields confirmed the incident on Instagram Live, recalling Papoose defending her. The guy walked up to me and he ain't have a phone in his hand or nothing. And he was like, oh my God, there goes Serena. She does not look like Serena Williams. Now, Remy Ma, for the most part, has been quiet because, and rightfully so, because Remy needs to take several seats. She is not in the moral compass to say anything. Messing with Easy, the block captain. Can't say anything. She really should just sit back, let everything take its course. Now, I do believe that Papoose will more than likely, me personally, think that he'll go back to Remy to salvage his family. I mean, it's amazing how their relationship has deteriorated. They went from black love to just a free for all. And to be honest, it's pretty sad. And in fact, Remy Ma is in the news again. And I'm just finding this out, and this is according to Time Magazine, allegedly. Just a moment. Hold on. Remy Ma got arrested just, oh, great. Now this is terrible. Just one moment, please. Remy Ma, latest. Okay. Now we already know that Remy Ma's son got arrested for murder. That was in 2024. Just a moment. Oh, come on. It's not going to let me go here. This is ridiculous. Just one moment, please. And maybe this was, I guess maybe that was the 2019. It's got to be. Yeah, it said it was 10 hours ago, but I guess it's not the case. Oh, goodness. It's not going to do anything. Isn't that great? Yeah, it won't provide a secure connection. So it's probably fake news, allegedly. Now we know that she's not incarcerated at this time, excuse me. Goodness, it's not showing anything, for crying out loud. I'm sorry. Just one moment, please. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is according to Hot 97. This was about a month ago. And this is talking about the strain between the three. It was most visible in the growing tension between, in fact, Remy Ma and Claressa Shields almost got into it a month ago. Now, you know Remy's not going to, Remy doesn't fight. She does shoot, allegedly. After the divorce filing, Remy publicly asked Shields to stay quiet or request Shields reject it and saying, quote, I'm going to say what the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have a family, and yes, we're happy, allegedly, Shields said. She added that Remy would be welcome in her presence as long as the energy remained respectful. Now, let me hold on right there. Now, Claressa. Hey, Jerome MacArthur, how are you? Good to see you. Miss Shields, how can you expect her to remain respectful and you tell Remy that you're going to say what the F you want to say and that they're going to move on? I mean, that is still her husband. How dare you? Take several seats. Ma, you are so out of pocket, it's ridiculous. But again, Remy has no... See, the sad part is Remy has nothing, no moral ground to stand on because you mess with Easy the Block Captain. You're the one who desecrated the marriage first. So for all these people going after... Now, if you want to go after Papoose that you should have picked somebody closer to your own age, I get it. That I cannot deny. But that being said, number one, they are consenting adults. It's not like she's 25 or 20. She is 30 years old. Now, there is a 17-year-old age difference. Listen, would I be comfortable with my daughter messing with somebody 17 years older? Absolutely the F not. But again, Remy, you mess with, and if you look at Easy the Block Captain, that's not exactly a step up. Now, if you want to say that Papoose messing with Claressa Shields is a lateral move, she is younger. She's more famous than Remy right now. And again, I am not condoning their relationship. I'm not doing that. I'm not condoning cheating because at the end of the day, they are still married. No divorce is final. Now, are they separated? Yes. Are proceedings going through? Yes. But they have not been finalized as of yet. And they are co-parenting. And from all reports, they've done a pretty good job in doing that. And depending on which blog of the day, you can, and you can tell in some ways, and I've seen a couple of reports where when you look at Papoose with Claressa Shields, it's like he's there, but he's not really there, if you know what I'm talking about, where, yes, it is horrible if it's true. I agree. Listen, when you're married, it is till death do us part. And I was married for 23 years, so I definitely know. I feel bad for the child, of course, because that's the one who's going to take a beating. And you know that the children are going after that young person. It's very sad. Doesn't deserve that. It's just too... See, Claressa Shields made it too public. She couldn't... Listen, if you're going to do that, she could have played her position. I mean, and kept it quiet. And Remy actually did handle that the right way. Keep it, just keep it quiet and do what y'all have to do. But not Claressa Shields. Every 5 minutes, Papoose, Papoose, Papoose. And there is a video of her saying exactly that. I mean, she just couldn't keep his name out of her mouth. And you can tell, listen, this is Papoose's fault. You knew this was a young girl. This is not a woman who's used to being in a relationship. This is why you try to get somebody closer to your age. You should have gotten somebody at least in their late 30s, early 40s, but you failed to do that. And now it's almost like you have a second kid because you can tell she's not used to getting that type of loving. I'll just say that because I'm going to stay within YouTube guidelines. Because let's face it, when you get Papoose's age and older, see, that's not fair. Shouldn't be with a, I mean, she's still pretty much a baby when you're 30 years old. Because there are certain tricks, that we have picked up over the years, allegedly. At least some of us, if you know what you're doing, allegedly. But I digress. Please hit the like button. I'm not going to say too much more because I don't want. But I'm just saying, those things happen. And, Remy doesn't know how to hold her belly, so to speak. She likes shooting people. Claressa's worried about her fighting and all this other wonderful stuff. You might need to duck, allegedly. And she gave you a warning. And she's not going to listen. That's still her husband at the end of the day. And let's face it, if I'm out of line, let me know, ladies. Women are territorial when it comes to their man. They're not playing. I mean, that's strike one as far. In fact, you can make a case strike 1 and 2 that Claressa Shields did. But I digress. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually follow through with the divorce, or is there a chance that Remy and Papoose go back together? Because Papoose does not look happy. He really doesn't. When you look at him on Instagram, when you look at him in the videos, he looks like there was a song by the Manhattans back in the day called "Your Body's Here With Me, but your mind is on the other side of town." And that's where Papoose's mind is. I don't know if it's on the other side with Remy or just planning his escape. Maybe he just wants the single life and be free of all this crap. I think we will find out within the next 90 days or less, allegedly. Now, Remy has already broken up with Easy, the block captain. That has been confirmed by several sources. So maybe Remy, and listen, they have a connection. They have a child, of course. And I'm pretty sure they still have chemistry. I mean, let's face it. They drink enough Douce and a couple hours later, they might they might get that love and feeling back. I don't know. But don't be shocked if Claressa Shields fumbles the bag, because she's a little too giddy. She's a little too rambunctious. And she's going to have to learn the hard way. Claressa Shields, number one, you're too young to play this game. And number two, see, side chick 101, allegedly, is play your position or lose your position. The choice is yours. And that's all I have. If I find out any more information, I will pass it on. I think I'm going to do more of these stupid-ass celebrity live streams. I need to do more of those. Lighten up the mood a little bit. Maybe should I do that every Tuesday, or should I do that, during the weekend? And let's face it, the NFL is almost over. The Super Bowl is next Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it or not. In fact, next Sunday is a very infamous day in my life, but I digress. But that's all I have right now, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much for joining me. I'd like to thank Jerome MacArthur, Feronia, and of course, Michelle's daughter. I'd like to thank Pedal 74, all those in the clouds, all those in the bushes. UncleClaude signing out. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe on the way out. Take care. Stay safe. And thank you so much, Feronia. And God bless. Good night, everyone.